If you're a goalie, tend the goal! Howdy, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another episode of Steve's Dangits, where we take a look at the biggest bloopers and the biggest dangits from around the NHL over the past week. I do a little explainer at the beginning of every dangits video, but if you don't know what dangits are by now, that's a dangit! And this week, man, if you like goalie screw-ups, I always say it, if you're a goalie, tend the goal! That's easy for you to say. What about all the times where a goalie plays the puck and it helps? What about all the times where it doesn't? Where do we start? You know what? I'm just gonna pick a goalie out of a hat. Survey says Laurent Brossoit. What did he do?
A shot every opportunity he gets, trying to take advantage of this opportunity of getting into the lineup, and they score unexpectedly. Sam Bennett on a mistake by Brossoit, but it's a 2-goal lead for the Calgary Flames.
You know, Brossoit was just watching the Jumbotron and the great save that he made on Johnny Gaudreau in the last stoppage of play. But this is just another sort of mental miscue, if you will, for Brossoit, as the Flames do a nice job. They're connected out of their own zone, and this is a shot that is going wide. I'm not even sure why Brossoit is even going to try and play this puck. It does go off of the stick of DeMello and maybe fools him a little bit, but
he scored on himself. That's what he did. Sam Bennett has had a very fun season with the Calgary Flames. Read, not fun at all, but he gets a big break here. The Flames down one. Sam Bennett comes in and he fires the puck wide, but Laurent Brossoit knocks the puck into his own net. Paddle saves have been huge. They've been the trend in my hat picks videos, which are basically the best of. That you should know that too. This is a paddle, not save, and more specifically, a dang it. For our next dang it, this is never a good sign. Drew puts Campbell misplay number 1 and Campbell misplay number 2. All right, this next segment stars Jack Campbell with 2 plays. I want you to tell me which one's worse. Here's number 1.
Campbell being pressured by Tierney, forced it free, loose in front. Connor Brown shoots, scores! Tierney was struck, and Brown the gift for a 1-0 Ottawa lead.
The empty net goal yesterday against Calgary were off the forecheck. Good puck pursuit. Here Campbell is going to hold the puck, and he goes to a point where he's trying to feather this back behind the net to TJ Brody in the corner. But the great work from Tierney.
Okay, gonna be tough to beat, Here's number 2.
Side 7 to go here in the third period. Coburn's lead pass, missed Formanton. Campbell out to play it. Almost turned it over again. He does, and they score.
But to come out and play this is the Senators are going to get to this first. It's going to be right in the slot. He plays at it, chops at it, and as Clark Bishop gets to the puck, Formanton's right there as well. And this puck will pop right out to Formanton, and he slides it underneath of Campbell. 2 puck handling miscues.
Okay, let's get this out of the way right away. They're both dangits. They are. If you are a goaltender, tend the goal, etc., etc. But regarding these 2 dangits, I've already defended Jack Campbell on my own YouTube channel in my LFR videos, so I'm gonna do it here. Because if I'm gonna rip on goalies for what seem like completely nonsensical decisions, I want to add some sense to them. Check out the first dangit. Puck goes behind the net. Campbell's got a teammate to pass to on his forehand, but no one on his backhand, and there are 2 opponents barreling down on him. On top of that, not only is Nylander not an option to pass to, but he gets in the way. So the turnover is created, and as he's trying to unsuccessfully scramble back to the net, his own guy is in the way. That is a dang it. On the second one, generally speaking, it's not good when your opponent has 2 guys behind every one of your players except your goalie. Nobody's back to help out Jack Campbell, so he's like, all right, I guess I'll try to do it myself. And while I do think that's a much bigger screw up from the rest of the Leafs, I think Campbell would have had a much better shot at stopping this had he just stayed in the net the whole time. Despite those couple of mistakes, Jack Campbell would get the last laugh as the Leafs won in overtime. Honorary dang it to Pierre Dorian's reaction at the end of the game. Why do we lose? It's the drink's fault. I am so happy the camera caught this. It's amazing. I saw some people like, oh, Dorian can't be doing that. Oh, he's unhinged. On behalf of the coalition of grumpy guys, you're wrong. And Pierre Dorian actually shows amazing restraint here. Because forget the drink, it was almost his phone. Look at this puck goes in and no, phone's too expensive. They're not going to replace it. I better throw a drink instead. This is how I know I'm becoming an adult, because I watched that and I'm like, who's cleaning that up? Oh, God. Let's call it a dang it. I had to feature it in the video. That made me laugh too hard. Leave a comment in the comment box down below. Which one is the bigger dang it? And which one do you blame Campbell less for? Do you think he's just absolved of both, or are both complete dang it's on the top of his head? Man, I know there's some goalies watching right now, just steam rising off of their head. No, you're right. This is mean. Most of the time when goalies play the puck, they help out their team. Like, here's Dan Vladar helping out his team.
Finds it. Daniel Vladar sends it hard. It handcuffed Zaboral, and Sam Reinhart pots the gift.
Yeah, it was almost a direct pass from Vladar right to Sam Reinhart, and he's going to get back to the front of the net in a hurry. There's the wraparound, and just poor communication from a goaltender that's relatively green in a Bruins uniform, trying to have good communication with Zaboral, who's first year in the NHL. And it's a direct pass right to Reinhart.
What did you learn? Dan Vladar making his presence felt on this YouTube channel. He's already been in hat picks, and now it's your turn for dang it's. And this one, we got to grade on a curve a little bit. Not only does he leave his net to play the puck and turn it over to the opponent, and they score on him, it's the Sabres, bro. Although in Vladar's defense, he's now third on the Sabres in assists. Just stay in your net. Just stay in your net. You had help. But even more in his defense, the Bruins would come back and win because Sabres. So, we're not done with the Sabres. But that play right there is a dang it. And our last goalie dang it before we move on to everybody else, I promise. I don't know what Ryan Miller's doing here, do you?
Center, a bouncing puck back down into the Duck zone. Miller tries to cover, and Sturm scores!
Wow. Bukestad making a play just to relieve pressure and also to get a line change. Throws a bouncing puck up there, and it just, I don't know how Miller flubbed this one, but he certainly did. He couldn't grab it, came off to the side, and I don't know how long Sturm's going to play. Might be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. He's never going to get an easier goal than that. That was, I love it. That was as good as it gets. Look at that. It's just, here, you want to score a goal? Here's the puck. Can you put it 2 feet in the open net? There's a little dump out by Bukestad. He will get an assist now, get another point.
This was great. When a dang it happens now, I get inundated with tweets. And it's either, oh, you got to see what happened in this game, and then they very specifically break down what happens in steps, and sometimes even include a clip. But for this one, it was just, wait till you see whatever Ryan Miller just did. I kind of feel bad for him, because that's just a butterfingers, whoop, whoop, hey, oh. Can I ask a question, though? I'm actually going to stick up for the goalie this time. What are the defense doing? Between Fowler, Shattenkirk, and Miller, those are 3 American players, and they all got into a Canadian standoff. After you, you take it, ah! And then Sturm's like, I guess I'll take it? 2 priceless things here. Sturm's reaction, like, he doesn't even feel good about scoring this goal. And of course, Miller's stick flip, knowing, that's a dang it. Okay, do you want to leave goalies alone now? Let's go to the players. Actually, I think this is more on the refs. No, it is more on the refs. What is this?
Lewis on it. Gets it back to DeMello with a pass kicked in, and that'll count. They say it's a goal. Markstrom right away says it was kicked as Thompson steered the puck in, but for the time being anyway, it's a 1-1 hockey game.
Well, this is going to be very, very close. And it's a nice play by DeMello to spot Thompson coming back out of the corner. The officials are going to have a nice chat about this one. Let's take a look. Watch Thompson coming up from behind the net. Oh, it's definitely a kicking appearance to me.
I think that'll come back, Kelly.
I think so as well.
Because there's movement.
Yeah, I don't think it's Rasmus Anderson lifting that leg. I think that Pro does it on his own.
Okay, I don't even blame Nate Thompson for doing that. He's just trying to get the puck into the net any ways necessary. He didn't mean to kick it. Wait, they're saying he didn't kick it at all?
This will be a long look at the video for the officials.
Comes with 3:41 to go.
Right, one more time. Markstrom, and usually the goaltender's reaction will tell you a lot about what they think, whether it's kicked in or just directed in.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he kicks it, so they're going to call it a kick.
Eric Furlat to make it official.
After a video review, there was no kicking motion on the play.
Wow.
Therefore, we got a good
So
goal
I
in
owe
the
you
end.
$1.
Okay.
What? Yo, I say this every so often. You gotta try it once in your life. You need to watch a hockey game from start to finish with someone who's never watched one. Because you're their lifeline, you have to explain everything that's happened to them. I did it once a few years ago. I went to a preseason game with a buddy from Scotland. He'd never been to a hockey game his entire life. And I was explaining, oh yeah, here's this, here's that, here's a penalty. And by the second period, he understood offside. He's like, that's offside. And I was so proud. I'm like, wow, I'm doing a really good job. But then something would happen, like a penalty call or something, and he'd be like, well, how is that a penalty? I'd be like, I don't know. How is this not a kick? Now, some people were tweeting at me that this is not a kick. This is a redirection. And I assume they tweeted this without thumbs. Their phone just rose in front of their face and they sent the tweet telekinetically as universes and galaxies swirled around their glowing, pulsating brains. Listen, watch what I'm about to do. Ha! What'd I just do? How would you describe it? Did I redirect the air in front of my foot? That's a kick, you brainiac! And I'm sorry, if that's a redirection, then kicks should be allowed. Why aren't kicks allowed, by the way? Is it a spirit of the game rule, like they want you to hit it in with your stick? Or is it a safety rule because it's a sport played on an ice surface with people hurling around it on knife shoes? If that is not counted as a kick, every kick should count. That's a dang it. Good Lord. What? Really? Really? Don't go trying to explain why that should count in the comments either. Why don't you redirect that to someone who cares? Or kick it. It's all the same. For our next dang it, this one's a little bit easier to explain. The Canucks can't count.
To Quinn Hughes. Miller finds Vesey. Checked at the defense, didn't get the puck in deep, and back comes Winnipeg. Hughes forced to stay on the ice. There's a delayed call coming up against the Canucks. And the Canucks have too many men out there. They've got 6 skaters and a goalie.
Okay, you might as well. Tyler Myers is going to touch the puck.
You get 2 penalties? Because the Canucks have 6 skaters. The Jets have 6 skaters. The problem is the Canucks have a goalie out there as well. And Paul Maurice, look at him. He wants 2 penalties.
Wants 2 penalties.
Oh, no. I do like this, though. The Canucks, getting a too many men on the ice call, decide, well, we're getting called for too many men. We might as well play with them. So they stay out there, and obviously they get called for it. And I like Paul Maurice on the bench going, why isn't that 2? Because if I'm not mistaken, if you already get caught for too many men on the ice, you can't just keep going. Well, anyway, they go down a man, or I guess 2, and they're on the penalty kill, and they get scored on by the Jets.
Bending but not breaking here as the Jets throw it around on the power play. Now it's tipped in.
Well, now that they've been scored on, surely they've learned their lesson. Nope! 3 minutes later.
Blocked by Hughes. Now his clearing attempt hit the official and allows the Canucks to keep the puck in. And they get too many men on again. Looked like McEwen jumped on as Virtanen was controlling the puck, and I think a bench minor again against Vancouver.
Vancouver, bench minor penalty, too many players on the ice.
5! This many! That's how many you get! 2! This many! That's how many goals the Jets got!
Dubois, Ehlers, shoots, stopped by Demko, rebound, Kopp scores again!
2 too many men on the ice penalties, 2 Winnipeg Jets goals, and all of a sudden a tied 0-0 game becomes a 2-0 deficit very quickly. Oh my goodness, that's a dang it. And our last dang it, the Sabres. You all know the story by now. They're taking on the Philadelphia Flyers, who are not having a very fun time of their own. But the Sabres go up 1. Oh, okay. And they go up 2. What? And they go up 3. They're finally going to end the streak at 17.
They're around behind the net. Here's a shot off the post. They score.
Oh, no.
His glove in the corner. It's in front of the net. They score.
Oh, no. But it's okay. It's okay. They're about to hit the empty net.
Get it out of there. They do. Right up the middle. Now here's the pass ahead. Shovel toward the net. Oh, just missed by Thompson.
Oh, no.
Later around to the boards. Couturier lets it slide up in the wing. Philly bringing it back in over the line. Whipped back to the point. Held in by Provorov. 95 seconds remaining in the third. Later across ice. Flyers keeping it in back to the point. The blast, the rebound, they score!
Goal 1, goal 2, empty net. Nope, goal 3. But it's okay, it's okay. The game is going to overtime, and the Sabres can still win it in overtime or in the shootout. Anywhere, from crying out loud, there's got to be a winner and a loser.
And the Flyers come away with Konechny in over the line. Konechny got it in front, the backhand. They score.
They blew it. They blew it. They all the way blew it. 18 in a row for these guys. That's... I don't even know what to say. The after the game comments were like, it's just a bunch of guys who are flabbergasted. I like Rasmus Dahlin going, I'm paraphrasing here, but he was basically like, well, we're not used to playing with a lead. I promise, this is my promise. If the Buffalo Sabres end this losing streak, I'm not going to say when because don't tempt fate and all that. If the Buffalo Sabres end this losing streak here, they're getting featured in hat picks, all right? But until then, this game, this season, this entire franchise at the moment is a dang it. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment box down below. Tell me any that we missed, ones that you liked. Don't tell me how kicks work. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Let's go Buffalo. Oh boy.